This video is kind of mostly inspired by Minnie Small and her like quick landscapes. I'll put a link to it. I can't remember exactly what she calls it, but she pretty much took little images, or mostly even like screen caps from movies, and just like gave herself, she wanted to get more used to like a quicker style and a looser style and just like a more impressionistic sort of landscape look, and I'm definitely also wanting to do that. So I thought I would do a similar challenge, see what it's like. I also was super inspired by the idea of taking screen caps from movies. I just love movies, and I think about scenes from different movies and how like the colors just like resonate in my mind. And crap, that was close. I think about like scenes from movies that I remember and how just like the tone and like mood and colors of it resonate in my mind, and I'm like, yeah, those are the things I want to paint. I want to paint how that scene made me feel and what it looks like. And so that's what I did. I took 4 screen caps that I found from 4 different movies and just tried to practice like timing myself and even trying to limit my time. I wasn't so good at that part. I hope that you guys like it. I really enjoyed doing them. I haven't painted in a while this year, and so it was I think a really good way to just get me back into it and get me inspired again. So this first one is a screen cap from Moonlight, which I actually haven't seen myself, but I've seen these images from it in a couple of scenes, and Minnie actually did this exact same screen cap in her video, but she did it in such a particular style, and I just love these sort of sunset scenes so much that I really wanted to try and see what it would feel like to do it myself. So I went ahead and did it, and you'll see in this one and a couple of the other ones that if they had people in them, I ended up just kind of taking them out because I'm a coward and didn't really want to work on that right now. I'm not great at figure painting quite yet, but I just wanted to focus on the simplified landscapes, really. I didn't time this first one at all. I kind of just went on my leisure, and it went out to about 25 minutes. So I was like, all right, let's try to limit myself to about 15 minutes. So I timed myself for the second one. This second screen cap is from Memoirs of a Geisha, which is one of my favorite movies actually. And I thought it'd be a good one to try out. It was a pretty limited palette, and I would mix the color palettes before I even started the timer and try to get those colors right. And I enjoyed doing this one. I think because it was such a limited palette of warm and cold blues and greens and grays, it was fun to just kind of go back and forth between these subtle different colors and build this valley out of them. But I think I did sort of get close to that danger of sort of a muddled image, since the strokes were so free and the colors were so close together. So I think I learned a little bit about that balance. Another thing that I didn't quite love with this one, and that I tend to struggle with, is when there's both nature and man-made objects in an image, and making the man-made objects not look dumb. I think I, for some reason, just do kind of struggle with that a decent amount. So in this one, there's this valley, but also this train track, and this train like bridge is going through it. And it's like a couple of really simple lines and strokes, but I think it just kind of intimidates me that it has to be so simple and should look realistic, and so I just kind of overdo it and overthink it, and I don't know what you guys think or if you guys struggle with that, but yeah, I don't love how the train looks in this one, and that's okay. But anyways, I did enjoy doing this one, and it took me about 20 minutes overall. So I kept going with the 15-minute marker and seeing what that felt like, which I think was helpful and pushed me. This third screen cap is from before sunrise, which again I actually haven't seen, but I've seen before midnight, and I remember just really enjoying it and the characters and the feel of the conversation. And so when I saw the screen cap, it evoked those emotions. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. There was a couple of problems with this one. I think I just struggled again with just like only architecture really being the focal point, and if I don't have the time to make sure it's all correct line-wise and proportion-wise, then I think it can easily get to look a little cartoony or silly. I don't know. So I struggled with that. And then I think color mixing, I got kind of lazy on this one. This color that I'm painting right now is just not right at all. And I knew it, and I didn't go back in because I didn't want to. So yeah, I need to work on just not being lazy and saying, not taking no for an answer, I guess. I don't know. Also, I struggled with keeping this in frame. Sorry that it's so bad and not nearly centered. And then the third thing that was not great about this one was that the focal point of the screenshot that I took was actually like the couple. And so taking them out kind of left a vague, sort of boring backdrop. And yeah, just like not a lot to work with. And so yeah, those couple of issues I think left this particular one feeling a little bit, I don't know, sad and not my favorite. Finally, this last one is actually not from a movie but from a music video from Lumineers, Sleep on the Floor. And so if you haven't seen these music videos, I highly recommend. It's their Cleopatra album songs, and I think it's like 5 of them or something like that. And each of these music videos actually goes along with an overarching story, so it's kind of like a short film, and it's very artistic and beautiful. Especially this video, I think, has just beautiful colors and moods and tones throughout it. And the story that they're telling just evokes some similar sort of moods and tones in you. So I just knew I wanted to do this one from the beginning. And it did seem like a really simple one to just sort of finish out on, with it just being the gradient of the sunrise or the sunset, I think. And then the foreground, the sort of this flat land, and then a car. So here again was this challenge of nature, and then this man-made object in it. And I think I actually did okay with this one. I tried to be really simple. I tried not to overdo it or overmark it, and just a few simple colors and strokes. And yeah, I think it actually ended up working in this one. But yeah, this one was pretty simple. I actually forgot to time myself on this one, but I think I was around like 17 minutes, so not bad. But of course, the fact that it was such a simple little screenshot helped. So here are all of them. I really enjoyed doing this one. I think just like the fact that they were small, which is my preference, the fact that they had to be quick, and the fact that they were from movies, which already inspired me so much. I just like love to try to get feelings from these movies and get those feelings evoked in a still image. I think that's great. So thanks so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.